Hi, I'm Paul Erickson. I'm joined by my colleague Matthew Bailey, and we're going to discuss some of the major trends that we observed at this year's IBC show in Amsterdam that we feel are going to be influencing the industry going forward in the media and entertainment arena. And Matt, one of the main things that I observed, a theme that was impossible to miss, was the infusion of AI throughout the industry at pretty much all levels of functionality. And the main takeaway that I got is that AI is being harnessed in more practical ways now. Uh, Fundamental benefits being discussed, more tangible benefits being discussed, and virtually none of the AI hype and non-specifics and intangibles of the past that were used seemingly all over the place a couple of years ago. So AI being used in more fundamental ways, huge takeaway for me. What about you? What about you? What were some of your big takeaways from the show?
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with you there, Paul. AI was impossible to miss at this year's show. And you really started to see some real practical implementations and discussions of how it can have a material impact on the media, entertainment, and TV and video industry monetization stream. So we saw practical applications of AI around driving more personalized and more engaging experiences. And I think that's going to be key. So things like getting greater value out of advertising aligned with premium content like live sports. That was a key topic. New ad formats that can live in within that context, but also things that would help TV retain its appeal as a mass brand opportunity for advertisers. So the application of AI for contextual advertising that can do more to decide which ads and at which point in the content ads are going to be the most effective at driving outcomes. And then, of course, when you combine that with things like the implementation of shoppable media and retail data to be used to both track, measure, and deliver those outcomes, whether that's through attribution or actually showing an actual product sale through the TV environment, I think that's going to be where TV can really stand out as a premium media advertising experience over the coming years. But of course, to get that, you're going to need a lot of partnerships along the way, not just around data, but around the technological value chain as well. And AI is really coming in as well to bring up that shift towards more efficient supply paths, not just within the advertising industry, but also the TV and video market at large. And I think partnership across the industry is going to be a key part of how the TV and video industry grows and evolves over the coming years. And I think that's probably something that was present across the show floor and across the conference too.
Yeah, I agree. I think if we looked at the conference portion of the show and not just the show floor, as you mentioned, it was impossible to miss that for a lot of the major decision makers in attendance, some of the big players, the people who were involved in some of the formative discussions at the show. Partnerships and collaboration are rapidly becoming a big picture norm in this industry, particularly as financial pressures combined with slowing subscription growth. A lot of these industry heavyweights seek security, and so they're looking to leverage their collective power to drive greater reach, higher appeal, greater retention, and churn prevention, and of course some extended benefits like potential for cross-selling and bundled promotions. And really, we see these unprecedented partnerships between broadcasters, streaming giants, service providers only increasing in number and scale as time goes on, as these companies all look to alloy their propositions and increase their business health going forward.